Case of the Mad Doctor by P.D. Lennon. Read by Jumaane Brown. Paula Lennon was born to Jamaican parents in England. She lived in Jamaica during her teens and developed a great affinity for the island. Although Paula came back to England to study law and was once a London commercial lawyer, she eventually saw sense and returned to live where the weather is more conducive to smiling. Chapter 1. Bristol, England, July 1772. Isaiah Olyneu's coattails flapped behind his knees as he strutted across the polished boards. He was a tall, broad-shouldered, ebony-hued man of 35 years who moved with the agility of one many years younger. After adjusting the ruffled cuffs of his cotton shirt, he fluffed his collar. With one arm waving in the air and the other folded behind his back, he held his nose aloft, inhaling aromatic beeswax in the air, then had to rearrange his horsehair wig that slid sideways. "If it pleases the court, my lord, the defendant, Miss Bailey is of previous good character. She did not steal multiple pairs of shoes as alleged. It is a grave misunderstanding, and I ask the court to treat the prosecution's preposterous allegations with the contempt it deserves." Olyneux spun on his heels and changed his voice, taking on a loftier tone. "My lord, my learned friend, Mr. Dunn, is inexplicably outraged on behalf of a woman who was observed fleeing the area with the bundle of shoes in hand." Below Olyneux, the front door slammed with a jolt that shook even the heavy law books on the surrounding shelves. After a swift bow in deference to an empty leather chair, he strode to the library's sash window, wiped away the morning mist, and gently slid the window open. He peered down into Bristol's Broad Street, the thriving centre of trade where prosperous merchants and wealthy customers mingled with tradesmen and labourers on the cobbled streets. Bristol was a city second only to London in commerce and wealth, and second to none in pride and industriousness. The door slammer, a rotund man buttoning his long woolen coat, was Edward Bower, owner of Paxton Insurance Company. The fat man's ample jowls hung loosely below the pipe he was trying to light, and although his lips curled temporarily, his demeanour could not properly be described as pleasant. As far as Olyneux was aware, Jacob Dunn and Mr. Barrow were not friends, yet Mr. Barrow had visited the barrister's law office 3 times in recent weeks, and the usually meticulous Mr. Dunn had never commented on the visits, nor asked for any research to be done thereafter. Mr. Barrow, for his part, had never so much as acknowledged Olyneux, and merely cast the occasional malignant glance in his direction. Before Mr. Barrow could don his hat, Olyneux snatched up a small bowl of potpourri, emptied it out of the window, and withdrew from the sill. He smiled as the sound of Mr. Barrow spluttering and sneezing filtered upwards. Straightening his jacket, Olyneux resumed a pompous gait. "My lord, Mr. Wentworth's description of Miss Bailey as fleeing is entirely scurrilous and misleading to the court. I object." The amateur actor swerved and flopped into the chair. A croaky voice emerged as if weakened with age. You object to what, Mr. Dunn? Are you gentlemen not agreed that Miss Bailey was found with the shoes clutched to her stomach? 4 pairs, if I am correct." The library's old oak door creaked and stood ajar. Unaware of the new audience member, Olyneux bounced to his feet and bowed at the now empty chair. "Why, yes, my lord is correct, but Mr. Wentworth's use of the word fleeing is entirely incorrect. The shoes were displayed outside Mr. Carberry's shop on Prince Street. As Miss Bailey walked past, she noticed a poorly driven carriage coming in perilously close to an immense puddle of water. In a commendable effort to protect the shoes from damage, she gathered as many as she could into her shawl and moved into the shop doorway, next door. Mr. Wentworth is quite wrong. She did not flee. This is a most ludicrous defence, my lord, even by my learned friend's standards. Mr. Dunn seeks to confuse the issue, and I object." Olyneux sat and waved his hands wearily. "Gentlemen, please remember where you are. Now, Mr. Wentworth, your witness, Mr. Carberry, did say he located the girl with the shoes crouched in the doorway of a haberdashery, that is, in fact, next door." "Yes, Your Honour, but then your objection is overruled, Mr. Wentworth."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?